Greetings viewers, and yes, we're back for another Rumble. That's right, this one is going to be pretty much the last long one that you're going to see for a while. The fight is about up to 15 minutes long. I will just about call out who we've got. We've got Minotaur, we have Blacksmith, we have Chaos 2, we've got Frenzy, we've got Hypnodisc, Taz, we have Bite Force, Derek is back again for another fight, and good old Bronco, overpowered Bronco. So I just thought I'd make this short and sweet, and yeah, let's get on with the fight. Let battle commence. Enjoy the Rumble, guys.
3, 2, 1, activate.
And here we go again on the Robot Rumble, and Chaos 2 gets a flipping Minotaur at the beginning. Wow, good performance there. So anyway, let's see what sort of carnage and destruction we see this time round. Obviously we've got Blacksmith in there, and Fight Force and Frenzy, and good old Bronco is back. And Derek with the ramp is, well, hopefully trying to deflect things as usual. And we just noticed that Frenzy's flipper is now once again stuck open. Oh, Frenzy, this is a shame, because Frenzy just got fixed after from the last two previous ones, and Chaos 2 just flips over Minotaur back up on its feet. You see that Blacksmith is trying to cause some havoc again. Don't forget Taz is in there as well with its bar spinner thing as well. As we all know, the things that we see on these Rumbles is phenomenal. What is going to happen? We have no idea. And we're up for a treat when someone like Bronco comes along and especially tries to flip a robot out of the arena if possible. And yet Frenzy has definitely got some problems yet again. This is a shame. Bronco, you know, Frenzy was doing so well, and that it's a shame that for Frenzy that it's just not moving at all. Hypnodisc is stuck, Chaos 2 is stuck, Derek is stuck on the stuck zone, as I know. Bite Force, a little look on Bronco. And yeah, it's such a shame that, well, despite that Frenzy got like fixed, it's now having all sorts of issues again. So hopefully in the next fight that it comes across, it will hopefully do a better round than ever before. Anyway, let's crack on with the fight. And as you can see, that Minotaur seems to be stuck up on the wall, and Bronco has a good flip on Minotaur, but hits the wall and nearly gets flipped over completely. Nearly completely, but survives. See, every time Minotaur is in a rumble, it always gets flipped over. And there seems to be something wrong with Derek's little ramp. It went up a little bit. Did you see that? Bit of a stuck there. Hypnodisc and Bite Force has a little bit of a bash and a crash. And Chaos 2 again comes behind Hypnodisc and tries to flip him over. This is wonderful stuff. Chaos 2 has performed very well at the very beginning. Who would have thought? Minotaur is giving a bit of a nudge over to Frenzy to see if they are still mobile, or unless they're really stuck. Who knows? I mean, there's definitely something wrong. And Taz has a little bit of a bash on Minotaur this time around. Chaos 2 tries to flip Taz. Wow, and you know, the amount of times Chaos 2 tries to flip a robot, it always fails. And now Bronco's having a little bit of a sniff on Frenzy. This is really unusual. And Chaos 2 is now having a look on Frenzy. Everyone seems to be bullying poor Frenzy. Can't you just leave him alone? He's immobilized. Can't you see he's already out of the competition? And, well, I wouldn't say a competition. I'd say the Rumble, as we know. You know, this is the last time we're going to see a long Rumble like this, because some of them are ridiculously too long, but who cares? We like a bit of carnage, we like a bit of destruction, we like to see bits fly off if necessary. And Taz gets another piggyback on top of Hypnodisc. No, once again, Taz is, well, I don't think Taz liked that very much. And Chaos 2 and Minotaur having a bit of a moment. Bronco seems to be in the bottom left of your screen, trying to get away from the corner. It can't really go anywhere at the moment. You just never know what happens when you've got like up to 10 robots fighting it out, and Taz seems to be... Oh, Bronco's just flipped over Chaos 2! Oh dear, Chaos 2 was doing so well. It needs to flip back over. It's so desperate. Please, Chaos 2, you did so well flipping Minotaur at the very beginning. And Well, like I said, anything can possibly happen. Minotaur's now stuck on the stuck zone. And, oh, what's happened to Frenzy? Ah, so that's why Frenzy is not working. Bronco came in on the attack. And you can see that the bottom has come off. That's what happened to Dominator, where the bottom comes loose. And now Minotaur's chewing him up. Oh dear, poor Frenzy's getting all sorts of damage taken with it. One of the wheels is completely gone. One wheel on your wagon. And it's being battered around. So it must have came loose at the very beginning of the rumble. I don't know how that's happened. Sometimes that happens. Like, if you look on the bottom of the robots, some of them have screws, some of them have clips. And Bronco attacks Derek. As you can tell, that Bronco is the most overpowered robot in the rumble. It shouldn't really be allowed, but, you know, without Bronco, we wouldn't have the good flips that it does, especially when it flips a robot out to the arena and has a little sniff at Frenzy again. Poor Frenzy. I feel sorry for it. Oh, even with the new design of its colour, hope it comes back for more. And Derek has a little bit of a ram session with Bronco at the moment. And there's that wheel. If you look on the top right, you can see the wheel just going round and round, where you can see the bottom is also loose from Frenzy. This is absolutely crazy. And Bronco, I think Bronco is trying to flip Frenzy out of the arena to try and put them out of their misery, but it's not happening. And Bite Force is trying to get Chaos 2 back on its feet. And Bite Force and Taz a little bit of a go-at moment there. Hypnodisc is, well, still causing its havoc as it can. It seems to be not moving at the moment. Is that a worry? Because we don't want another robot going out. What an early start that would be. And Chaos 2 is still trying to flip back over. Come on, Chaos 2. We need you to do some more flipping, fantastic fighting that you've been doing so far. Oh, look, there goes the piece. See it fly across the arena. That was from Minotaur's drum. Wow, unbelievable. It's crazy what that little drum, you can't really see it spin around very fast, you know, with it being a very small drum and all, but it does cause, you'd be surprised what the smallest weapons can do. You never know. And now Derek is giving Taz a piggyback. What's going on with Taz giving people piggybacks all of a sudden? Oh, look, there goes one of the batteries from the bottom of the robot to Frenzy, because each robot has at least 3 robots. Ah, Bronco's just flipped over Derek. Derek has been flipped over. Derek sadly can't really self-right, or it can't move when it's flipped over, which is a shame. Oh, it's such a shame. Now Bronco is now stuck on the bottom left of the screen. Trying to flip over Chaos 2 again. Now Taz is getting its disc all at 4 RPM. And now has a little look on Derek. And Bite seems to be stuck up on the pit. Blacksmith being Blacksmith as usual. Trying to cause, you know, the hammer of hell smashing onto whatever it can. And it's, well, and, oh, Hypnodisc has stopped moving. Hypnodisc has stopped moving. Is there a problem? The disc, well, actually, the disc is spinning. And Chaos 2 is now, oh, we've just noticed that Chaos 2 is back in action. I've only just realised that. Sorry, I was keeping an eye on what Hypnodisc was doing. It seemed to be really stuck, so it must have been flipped back over, which is a tremendous, like, well, you never know. Anyway, let's see. And Bite Force is, and Bronco is still attacking for other. There goes the other battery. All 3 batteries is, you can see it rolling across the arena. Oh dear. Ah, Bronco gives a good flip on Bite Force. Sorry, not Bite Force, Blacksmith. That's twice I said that. That's the wrong robot again. What am I like with this commentary? And now Blacksmith looks really angry. Seems to be attacking everyone. Now attacking Bite Force. And Chaos 2 is having a still little look on Frenzy. And Minotaur seems to be a bit stuck on the stuck zone at the moment. Now Chaos 2 is having a look at Derek to see if they can flip him back over. And Taz seems to be a bit stuck, well, with the bottom piece that belonged to Frenzy, which is, I'm sure Taz can get away with it being a track bot, but it seems to be a bit wedged underneath. Can it get away from there? Who knows? Who knows? And Hypnodisc attacks Minotaur. Now Bronco is having a look at Derek. Can Bronco be a bit kind and let Derek come back in the action, despite that it doesn't do a lot? And yes, flipped back Derek over. Good spot from Bronco. Even though it's the most powerful robot I've got, it still can be a bit kind and let them come back into play. And so Taz is still stuck with that thing on the bottom. You know, and obviously now Minotaur, Blacksmith and Bite Force and Chaos, they're all stuck on the top right there. Frenzy's flipper is wide open where it's jammed, which is a shame. It would have been nice to see Frenzy try and flip somebody or done some more movement, but I guess that the bottom was too loose at the very beginning. I guess that's my fault for not checking the bottom properly, but it doesn't matter. At least we know that mistakes can happen, but that's the whole point. If you don't check these things, something could go horribly wrong to your robot, and we've seen some upsets and crazy things happen. And as we know that Taz, Minotaur, Chaos 2, Bronco, Hypnodist, Taz and Bite Force are the ones that are still moving, apart from Frenzy, who is still getting bullied by all the other robots. Oh dear, this is terrible. Oh. Carnage, destruction, what else are we going to see? Derek seems to be stuck. Bite Force is still, well, being attacked by Blacksmith, as usual. But, Blacksmith's hammer is so aggressive. And Bronco flips over Bite Force. Now Bite Force is having problems again. It seems to be only having 3 wheels working at the minute. It seems to be jamming up a bit, but I'm sure it can get going. It's got 4-wheel drive, so it can hopefully in there. Oh, Chaos 2 has a little bit of a flip away from Blacksmith. Great stuff. A Minotaur is stuck. Frenzy is still, well, dead, as we all know. Poor Frenzy. R.I.P. We'll do a funeral after this. No, we don't do funerals on Robot Rumble Wars. What are you on about? We go put you in the scrapyard where they belong. Unless you want... Oh, tremendous flip by Bronco. Wonderful. Did you see that? If you missed it, you can rewind it and have a look at the replay. Fabulous flip. Bronco seemed to attack everybody recently. It's flipped everybody. And now Derek is still stuck up on the stuck zone. Bronco is stuck on there as well. Minotaur is as well. Taz is, well, its spinning Doom is not really doing as well as it's supposed to be doing. It's normally a bit more destructive than that, but it sadly hasn't. And, hopefully something else can go. Oh, no, Chaos 2. I've just noticed that Chaos 2 is now not moving. Oh, no. We don't want Chaos 2 going out. It was done so well. Came back from the dead from being flipped by Bronco. Oh, dear. And Bite Force is trying to get back on its feet. It's crazy. It's carnage. We all love it. We love a bit of carnage and destruction, don't we, guys? You're like, well... things can end up, even after the fights, I have a double check on the robots to see if damage really has happened. Like in the last Rumble, Minotaur's drum ended up stopped working. And I didn't realise that it was the little belt that made it loose. And that's why you don't always hear it spinning round, because sometimes, Bite Force. Oh, sorry, not Bite Force, Blacksmith again attacking Hypnodisc on top of it. Very great. All being deflected by Taz now, Hypnodisc. And it seems that Derek is, getting back into place slowly. It's trying so hard to deflect and do the best it can. Minotaur is now having a look at Chaos 2 on the top left of your screen. And now that Hypnodisc and Chaos 2 is having a little bit of a moment. Derek seems to be going round and round in circles. We don't know why. It's just the thing of what thing is. And now poor Frenzy is still being bullied and tormented. What's next? The flipper going to come off? That'll just put the icing on the cake, won't it? And I've just noticed that Bite Force has been flipped back over, but it's not moving very well. It seems to be... Is there something wrong with Bite Force? I think we'll have to make Bite Force go out. It's definitely not moving. This is a shame. This really is a shame. And, yeah, it's... well... it must have damaged itself after being flipped back over with Bronco. And Derek is still stuck on the stuck zone, as we know, and Chaos 2 attacks Taz. Great stuff. This has been a really good Rumble. It really has done. And Chaos 2 nearly tries to flip Hypnodisc. It can't really flip it when the disc is at full RPM. We know that. And, Bronco's now flipped over Hypnodisc. Oh dear, we all know that Hypnodisc weakness. Obviously, if it gets flipped over, it can't. It's been stuck on the arena wall. Oh my lord. And oh, look at this! If you look on the bottom or right of your screen, you will see that Hypnodisc is sat on top of Minotaur. Now Minotaur's giving Hypnodisc a piggyback, and Minotaur can't even get going. It seems that the signal has stopped it from moving. It's trying to get Hypnodisc off, and oh, it's a free now. It's away. Oh, what has this rumble come into? It's crazy. Well, that's the whole point. It's supposed to be crazy. And Bronco still attacks the dead Frenzy, which has been absolutely brutally bullied by the other robots. I'm sure Frenzy will come back in action, hopefully with a different design in future. And yeah, it's still carnage and destruction. And oh, look, there goes the wheel slung across the arena from Hypnodisc. Crazy. And they're coming up to the end, and that's it. Cease has been called. Well, that was a bit of a hectic fight, don't you think? I mean, poor Frenzy. I know what happened to Frenzy at the end. It seems that it's had that problem before where it got a little bit stuck, but it's working absolutely fine now. It just takes a little bit of grease or whatever, and it seemed to get a bit seized for some reason. I think, you know, when you paint over stuff, it just got a bit stuck, but it's okay now. It's fine. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't really give a winner. I know that I said in the last fight that they all deserve a win. Bronco, yes, he is overpowered. He has been flipping everyone at the moment. I just want the fight just to have a bit of fun, you know, really. It's just, and to see Chaos 2 doing a bit of action. Wow, I mean, at the beginning, flipping Minotaur. I mean, I think the robot of the fight should go to Chaos 2, I think. But even though that other robots have done really, really well, and yeah, there was a bit of a problem with Bite Force as well. It seemed that one of the wheels was jammed. No idea why, but I got it running in the end. And yeah, it seems that all the robots are slowly getting a bit worn out. Hopefully I get to post another one very soon, as soon as possible, when I can. So, you know, don't keep your hopes up, obviously, with the world still gone mad. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this Robot Rumble this time round, and hope to see you guys next time. Thanks again. Cheers.